Trail cams have been here for a long time. There have been countless times that if it wasn't for recorded footage, these things would have just been folktales like the old times. Videos of unknown creatures, aliens, things that seem to be from the supernatural, and even ghosts. These things would just be so unbelievable that we would ignore them. But buckle up and get ready, because now we have video evidence of so many mysteries. Even Bigfoot with clear quality and strange encounters with animals that we haven't even discovered yet. A Russian man stuck in the wilderness. In the vast Russian wilderness, a guy finds himself stuck. His truck has stopped working. Surrounded by relentless snow, seeking help becomes as tough as finding a needle in a haystack. The more time he spends in this isolated place, the more mysterious his situation becomes. As he walks through the solitude, he can't shake the feeling that someone, or something, is quietly tracking his every move. He instinctively grabs his camera. He captures a creature, mimicking his every move with seriously creepy precision. The surroundings take on an eerie feeling as this mysterious being gracefully moves on all fours, closing in, its eyes glowing ominously in the dark. With a head resembling a human and movements full of curiosity, it sparks a bunch of mysterious questions. What's the real deal with this creature? Is someone playing a big prank? Or is it a totally unknown cryptid? The Spirit Dancer Lady. Remember that spooky video on the internet? The one with the lone wolf lady dancing down a moonlit ghost town road? Yeah, that one. It turns out it's got everyone, from basement-dwelling Reddit detectives to the dusty villagers of Serbia, where it supposedly all went down, scratching their heads in bewilderment. Grainy footage shows a woman twirling like a lost ballerina on deserted asphalt, bathed in the moon's little glow. Most people are reminded of the Blair Witch Project. The locals in those Serbian backwaters whisper about an old tale, the Navijaka, a vengeful soul said to haunt forgotten corners, waiting for lonely travelers to snag. And let's be honest, the lady in the video kind of ticks all the boxes, doesn't she? But then again, the way she moves is hypnotic, sure, but with a twist of wrongness, like a glitching record player in a haunted house. It makes you wonder, doesn't it? Maybe there's more to this than just a pixelated prank. I've watched it, rewound it, and dissected it like a digital frog. Still on the fence. Part of me wants to chalk it up to internet smoke and mirrors, but the other half? It can't shake the feeling that something's lurking beneath the surface. So while the truth plays hide and seek with the shadows, I'll keep my eyes peeled for more spooky online specters. And maybe, just maybe, I'll crack the lights a little wider open tonight. Because sometimes even the skeptic in me gets spooked by a good mystery, especially when it comes wrapped in moonlight and pirouettes. Disappearing into nothing. This guy has been leisurely strolling down a scenic path, going about his day. The atmosphere is calm until a car swiftly zooms by, and in a blink, the guy mysteriously disappears, almost like thin air claimed him. This intriguing clip is causing a stir on social media, sparking a plethora of speculations and discussions. Some are skeptical and think that the video underwent editing to orchestrate the guy's vanishing act, while others lead towards a more technical explanation, suggesting a momentary glitch in the camera's recording. The possibility is that the camera paused briefly as the car passed, only to resume once the guy had exited the frame. Whether it's an optical illusion, a technological hiccup, or the result of shrewd editing, the clip has become a sensation in the online sphere. The realm of theories is vast, but irrespective of the explanation, this clip has captivated everyone's attention, prompting discussions and head-scratching moments. Creeping Bigfoot. Imagine this: someone walking alone in the woods, suddenly finding a weird creature in the dark. Trying to understand the unfolding mystery, they quickly grab their camera, eager to capture the interesting encounter that sparked their curiosity. The recorded footage not only confuses them, but also leads them to think about the mysterious happenings hidden within the nighttime woods. Looking closely at the footage, an enigmatic figure takes the spotlight, strategically placed near a tree, standing on 2 feet, giving off an almost human-like presence. Yet the entity, aware of being watched, quickly moves behind the tree, blending into the shadowy depths of the woods. Despite trying to follow this mysterious being, luck doesn't favor them, leaving behind uncertainty about whether the entity was ever really there. This unfolding mystery raises many questions. Was the entity actively following the lone wanderer? Or did it just lose interest in its secretive activities upon realizing it had been discovered? Ghosts under the bridge. In this clip, what seems to be a mysterious human-looking creature goes into the river under the bridge. Everything about this thing looks weird, with their faces giving off a mysterious, fully white appearance, creating a spooky impression. It is in the dark, so we can see everything clearly. But if you look closer, there's another mysterious figure on the bridge. A woman with long, flowing black hair, wearing a robe, stood very still. The whole scene unfolds with an unsettling feeling. What do you think this is? Dark creature lurking through. A woman notices something strange by her entrance window at her home, making her feel unsettled. A mysterious figure shows up, catching the interest of her watchful dogs. Quickly, she grabs her phone to record this strange event. The mysterious figure disappears like a ghost, seemingly blending into the intangible surroundings. The dogs scatter, suggesting the possible fading away of the perceived threat into the unclear obscurity it came from. Yet what stays with the woman is an ongoing curiosity, prompting thoughts about the fleeting essence of the sensed presence. Was it merely a harmless shadow, casually moving near the window? Or could it be a more sinister being secretly observing her home? The mystery lingers, providing a broad space for reflection and an underlying sense of unease woven into the very atmosphere. Bigfoot family. This photo was captured by a motion sensor, or at least that's what the owner of this trail camera claims. Although this image is a bit blurry, we can see the shape of the creature, but it's hard to tell any distinct features. It shows a big, hairy and dark creature in the middle of the forest, walking with what seems to be a smaller human-looking creature. Perhaps it is a child of the creature. Keep in mind that this could be a forged photo. Nowadays, this could easily be made in just a few hours by using photo editing software. Yes, the owner claimed this to be authentic, but who knows the real truth? Authentic or not, the photograph reignites the ongoing debate surrounding the existence of Bigfoot. And if this is true, this could be Bigfoot. This could be the evidence. But more than that, this could mean that Bigfoot may live and have families. Night Predator. In a dense, mysterious forest, trail cam footage shows a coyote casually strolling through the trees. Suddenly, in the darkness, 2 luminous eyes flicker to life, locking onto the coyote with a predator's intensity. It's an image that resonates, making your spine tingle. While the video quality might be a bit hazy, those eyes are both bright and piercing, defying the typical appearance of a mountain lion. There's an uncanny intelligence about them, as if they're sizing up the coyote and contemplating their next move. Mountain lion fearing the dogs. This gripping video unfolds right before your eyes. A majestic mountain lion, covered in a sparkling layer of snow, strategically places itself on a precarious rock ledge. These 3 fearless dogs, each with trackers around their necks, boldly faced off with the imposing feline. These dogs encounter a mountain lion that appears quite strong, likely adding to its intimidating presence, even within the limits of the rocky ledge. The tension peaks as the mountain lion finds itself surrounded by watchful dogs, their loud barks and uneasy movements clearly alerting their owner to the presence of a mountain lion, which they started to record. But what would you do in this situation? What will your next move be? What follows is a truly gripping display of bravery and calm. Surprisingly, the mountain lion stays calm, occasionally parting its jaws. It may be trying to intimidate and scare the dogs. But our 4-legged champions, unsung heroes in this wildlife encounter, successfully deter the mountain lion from any potential harm. Imagine the potentially risky situation that could have unfolded if this sizable mountain lion had chosen a more aggressive approach against the courageous dogs. Fortunately, the situation took a different turn, saving our canine companions from a potentially dangerous face-off with the formidable feline. Fish-like humanoid. Here's a video capturing the discovery of an exceptionally unusual sea creature found lounging on the shore. It has a sleek, streamlined body and fins that have a little extra flair. What really stands out though is the fact that it has human-like arms and legs and tiny fingers on the tips of its legs. It's genuinely peculiar, making you ponder what's truly happening in that scene, doesn't it? Now, people are tossing around various ideas. Some think it could be a brand new fish species waiting for its moment in the spotlight. Others lean towards the idea that it might be an unconventional variation of something we're already familiar with. If this discovery turns out to be genuine, it could potentially spark a paradigm shift in the scientific landscape. Imagine unraveling a completely new dimension, providing us with a profound understanding of the mysteries beneath the surface of our oceans. But some people think that it might be one of those scientifically engineered or modified creatures, pushing the boundaries of our existing knowledge. But what do you think? What could this be? Giant human-like creature. The clip shows a woman returning with her groceries, and suddenly, things get mysteriously interesting. Her daughter spots something odd in the distance, making the family dog growl. The curious dog cautiously approaches but stops suddenly, sensing something strange about the figure that puts it on high alert. It's like a suspenseful moment from a scary movie. Is it a person, a ghost, or just a play of light and shadow? Surprisingly, the woman isn't bothered. She doesn't hurry inside with her dog, seemingly unconcerned about any potential danger nearby. The air is thick with suspense as the mysterious figure remains a puzzle, inviting speculation about what it could be and why it's there. Clowns on roads. Lately, there's been reports of strange clown sightings showing up in different places like empty roads and public hangout spots. Imagine you're driving in the dark and suddenly there's a weird clown standing in front of you. What would you do? And these clowns boldly stand right in the middle of the road, but some take it up a notch, chasing cars with bats and knives. What's the reason behind their odd behavior? Thanks to everyone sharing their stories on social media, this turned into a big ongoing debate. Are these just harmless pranks, or is there something more sinister going on in the shadows? It's a bit confusing, but some people think they're out there to scare others, or maybe cause some problems. But the police are doing the right thing. It's smart to be cautious, especially if you're going out alone in the dark or moving through empty places. After all, safety comes first. Followed by in the forest. Biking through the woods at dusk, offering viewers a truly distinctive view, but now much more than that. As he navigates the trail, he keenly observes an unusually high number of bones strewn about, alluding to a mysterious event. Despite a momentary surge of fear stemming from potential predators, his evident familiarity with the situation hints at past encounters. He even said that there were more bones than last time. With the descent of darkness, he arrives at a fork in the trail, and the once harmonious sounds of nature abruptly give way to an unsettling silence. The tension escalates when he discerns two luminous eyes along the right-hand path, a sight both ghastly and spine-chilling. Reacting swiftly, he endeavors to kickstart his bike, seeking a rapid escape from the mysterious threat. What would you have done? Moving rock. In a gardening video Roger shared, we get a peek into his everyday routine. It all started as usual, but a surprising turn of events unfolded, hinting at possible serious consequences. Out of the blue, Roger takes a sudden fall to the ground, seemingly without an apparent cause. But is there more to the story? Because if you keenly watch the rock near Roger's foot, you'll notice something odd. Right as Roger is about to step, the rock moves on its own, as if pushed by an unseen force. Viewers have suggested different ideas to figure out the mysterious rock movement. Some think a string tied to Roger's shoe might have pulled the rock, but the person who posted the video quickly said that's not the case. Another theory gaining attention goes in a supernatural direction. Some consider the possibility of a ghost or spirit, particularly a poltergeist, known for causing physical disruptions. These entities, often part of folklore, are believed not only to move things around, but also to cause direct harm, like pinching, biting, or even tripping people. So the lingering question remains, what really caused the rock to move under Roger's foot? Whether a straightforward explanation or a more mysterious event, the incident has certainly sparked the curiosity of many. Nightwalker Ghost Girl. Have you ever heard about this interesting story from a Texan homeowner? It was an ordinary day and this person securely locked his front gate to prevent mischievous dogs from wandering off, but that was the least of his problems. Something he hasn't seen before in the 15 years he's been living in that house. As he woke up in the morning, he saw his gates wide open. Naturally, the person dives into the security footage to solve this puzzling mystery. He mentions his usual morning check of security notifications. And there it was, a woman with long flowing hair, dressed in a long white gown, leisurely wandering on the property in the dead of night. 1:50 a.m. to be exact. No one in their right mind would do this. Now, here comes the most intriguing part. It's as if this woman appeared out of nowhere and vanished just as mysteriously. No one around noticed a thing, adding an extra layer to the puzzle. Now, everyone's thinking, wondering who this woman might be and what led her to visit the Texans' property in the quiet of the night. Some even throw around the idea of a ghostly creature, pondering about a lost soul, or perhaps something even more sinister. A presence with rather unpleasant intentions for the homeowner and his family. He tries to figure out the case and talks to the neighbors, but surprisingly, no one has any insight into the identity of this mysterious woman. Residents nearby claim they neither saw nor heard anything unusual that night, and their security cameras showed nothing. Sudden and dangerous interaction. The scene unfolds along a one-way road, nestled in the heart of a forest, adding an extra layer of mystery to the unfolding events. As the driver takes a routine turn, she discovers that the road ahead is obstructed by a white van. Sensing something bad, she decelerates, bringing her closer to the unfolding drama. The men by the van seem to be unloading something significant. In an attempt to alert them, she honks at them, prompting one of the men to approach her vehicle. What starts as a seemingly innocent conversation takes an unexpected turn, escalating into a potentially life-threatening encounter. The peculiar nature of this confrontation raises eyebrows. What could be of such importance that these individuals are willing to resort to extreme measures to suppress the recorded footage? If they were merely discarding items, they'd likely face minimal consequences. The deliberate attempt to harm someone, however, takes the situation to a different level of severity and raises questions about their motivations and potential wrongdoing. The first Bigfoot sighting. This is a vintage gem captured in 1967 that claims to be authentic footage of Bigfoot, the legendary creature, shot in the heart of North Carolina. This footage has sparked countless debates with enthusiasts and skeptics alike, attempting to either authenticate or debunk its legitimacy. Patterson's fascination with the abominable snowman began in 1959 after stumbling upon an article in True magazine. Fast forward a few years, and Patterson found himself investing thousands of dollars to explore Sasquatch territory, much to the skepticism of those around him. Armed with an unwavering desire to provide the first evidence of Bigfoot's existence, Patterson eventually captured what is now known as the Patterson-Gimlin film. However, controversy surrounds its authenticity, fueled by conflicting accounts from Patterson. Despite the skepticism, Patterson stood by the footage's authenticity until his last days. Our version today is a stabilized rendition, offering us a clearer view of the Sasquatch. We observe the iconic creature, the cone-shaped head, dark fur, and the statue-skew's kite, as the creature gracefully slows its pace, making eye contact with the camera before vanishing into the woods. Aliens caught on video. In Asbury, England, people witnessed a mesmerizing display of 4 distant lights. One light mysteriously fades away, prompting closer scrutiny. The central light follows suit, flickering into nothingness. The camera person readjusts, capturing the sudden vanishing act of a third light, surpassing its predecessors in speed. Soon after, the 4th light succumbs to darkness. Various theories emerge suggesting the luminous entities might be flares, as noted during an aerial display in temporal proximity to the footage. This enigma opens up the age-old dialogue concerning the potential of interstellar entities and beckons for the initiation of exhaustive investigations. Unknown creature encounter. Imagine driving at night and suddenly, your dashboard camera captures something strange on a winding road through the woods. It's a dark, eerie path, and in the middle of the road, there's a tall figure struggling to stand. The details are unclear, but its movements are odd, signaling this isn't your usual encounter. Despite its strange appearance, a hint of humanity raises questions about an injured hiker or someone lost. The dilemma intensifies, an internal struggle. Confronted with a surreal sight, fear takes hold, prompting a cautious retreat. Amidst the fear, a thought nags. What if it's a person in need? The driver, caught in conflicting thoughts, contemplates and steps back, eyes fixed on the creature, opting for safety. Was their decision right, or should they have exposed themselves to the unknown? What would you have done? Haunted house. These are videos from a trail cam that Leonardo installed inside his own home out of fear of being watched by a haunting spirit. The footage reveals a series of peculiar events. The unexplained opening and closing of the oven and cooking utensils being mysteriously tossed about by an unseen force are just a few of the things that happen inside his house. A meticulous examination brings to light a shadowy figure, gracefully moving across the room. Despite Leonardo's initial courage, confronting the escalating entity proves to be an increasingly formidable challenge over time. In the recordings, a ghostly, pale face emerges from behind the wall, unmistakably resembling a female spirit. The ongoing investigation infuses an additional layer of eerie fascination into these supernatural occurrences. Leonardo, driven by bewilderment, diligently documents every nuance as the stream of evidence continues to unfold. Giant in the ocean. Certainly, give this storm video a whirl, it's an absolute marvel. Those waves crashing onto the rocks, it's like the ocean is flexing its muscles right in front of your eyes. But hang on, there's an intriguing enigma unfolding in the distance. These colossal tentacles shoot up from the water, big enough to set your imagination on a wild goose chase, pondering how mind-blowing they'd be up close. Now, could this be the fabled Kraken making a grand entrance? Now, what's truly sparking impassioned discussions about this sighting isn't just the tentacles, it's the overall feel of the video. It genuinely appears as if these tentacles are part of some colossal creature, gracefully navigating the depths. The notion that something of such epic proportions could be a reality is downright scary. We've barely scratched the surface of the ocean's vast mysteries. Could this footage be the real deal? The age-old saga of the Kraken is a narrative that spans generations. Sailors, with tales as ancient as time, have fervently sworn by sightings of these gigantic tentacles. It's enough to leave you in contemplation. Could there be more colossal creatures silently lurking in the unfathomable depths? Bigfoot on the loose. In this captivating video, a multitude of intriguing elements unfold before our eyes. Two individuals leisurely engage in a conversation while the driver propels the vehicle at breakneck speed through the heart of a dense forest. As the journey unfolds, the passenger adeptly captures the entire experience on video, preserving the essence of their adventure. Amidst the towering trees, a brief yet momentous encounter transpires. A bipedal creature, shrouded in dark fur, sprints into view for the briefest fraction of a second. The question lingers in the air. Is this a serendipitous and spine-chilling stroke of luck? Is this an authentic video? And if so, why aren't they scared? Maybe it is all fake because they're talking almost as if it were carefully crafted and scripted. He's even joking about it with his friend. Who does that? What do you think? Is this really an authentic experience? Trees moving without wind. The clip shows a bunch of trees shaking tremendously in the middle of a dense forest. Could it really be just the wind? But that's highly unlikely because the forest is thick and there are no other trees violently shaking like this. If it were caused by the wind, we would have likely seen more trees swaying. It's a bit of a bummer that the person behind the camera didn't zoom in for a closer look. So let's dive into the possibilities. One idea is that a crew of tree fellas is down there doing their job. But looking at it from these angles and those quick glimpses between the trees, there are not any signs of a single human. And let's be real, taking down trees this big would need some heavy-duty machinery, right? Now, here's where it gets interesting. Someone tossed in the idea of a tiger cat, a compact powerhouse that can uproot these giants. It sounds legit, but where is it? And that's not all, there's more. Some say they've caught a glimpse of a dark figure, just for a moment. Could it be a sasquatch showing off its strength? What do you think? Like the video if you want us to make more videos like this, and comment your thoughts down below.